Okay, I'm going to show you how to multiply and divide by 10, 100, and 1000 using your place value chart. All right, so we're going to start with the number 3 in the ones place, and is your decimal 452 thousandths. And I'm going to multiply that by 10. Notice that there's 1 0 in the number 10. That tells us how many places we are going to move on our place value chart. When you're multiplying, your digits are going to move to the left on your place value chart because the value is getting bigger. So I'm going to move each digit one place on my place value chart. This arrow is showing that I'm moving it one place and that I'm multiplying it by 10. So my 3 is going to end up here, then my 4, then the 5, and then the 2. Notice now the decimal point is in between the 4 and the 5. Originally, it was between the 3 and the 4. So this 3 moved one place. Now the 3 in the tens place is 10 times bigger than the 3 in the ones place. The 4 moved one place because we multiplied by 10. So this 4 is 10 times bigger than this 4. Okay? I also want you to notice your decimal point and what's happening to it. Originally, I had 3 and 452 thousandths. Now, when I multiply by 10, I have 34 and 52 hundredths. Look at what happened with the decimal point. The decimal point actually just moved from in between the 3 and the 4 to in between the 4 and the 5. It moved one place to the right. So when you're multiplying, your digits are going to move to the left and your decimal point will move to the right. How many places is based on the fact that when we multiplied times 10, there was 1 0. Let's try another example. We're going to stick with the exact same starting number, but this time we are going to multiply it times 100. The difference is now there's 2 zeros in 100. So hopefully you're thinking that now you're going to move 2 places to the left on your place value chart because you're multiplying by 100. Why 2? Well, if you think about it, 10 to multiply times 10, I would move one place. To multiply times 100, that's like saying 10 times 10. So now I'm going to move 2 places. So my 3 is going to move 2 places. 1, 2 times 100. The 4 is going to move 1, 2 because I multiplied times 100. The 4 is going to move to the tens place. The 5 is going to move 1, 2 because I multiplied by 100. And the 2 is going to move 2 places. 1, 2 because I multiplied times 100. Now the decimal point is in between the 5 and the 2. So when we multiplied by 100, I ended up with 345 and 2 tenths. My decimal point started out in between the 3 and the 4, and it moved 1, 2 places to the right. Your digits move to the left. Your decimal point moves to the right. When you're multiplying, digits move to the left. They're getting greater in value. The decimal point will move to the left. To the right. Let's try one more example. I'm going to use the same starting number, 3 and 452 thousandths. This time I'm going to multiply by 1,000. 3 zeros in the number 1,000. When we multiply by 100, that was like saying 10 times 1,000. When I multiply by 1,000, that's like doing 10 times 10 times 10, which equals 1,000. So I'm going to move my 3 places to the left. Remember, your digits move to the left when you're multiplying. 1, 2, 3. 3 is going to move all the way over to the thousands place. Times 1,000. The 4 moves to the hundreds. 5 times 1,000. The 5 moves to the tens place. And the 2 thousandths times 1,000. The 2 is going to move to the ones place. Now your decimal point is all the way at the end. So 3 and 452 thousandths times 1,000 is equal to 3,452. And my decimal point is at the end. Let's look what happened to our decimal point. Our decimal point was in between the 3 and the 4 to begin with. We multiplied by 1,000, and my decimal point moved 1, 2, 3 places to the right. 3 zeros and 1,000. The digits moved 3 places to the left on the place value chart. The decimal point moves the opposite direction, 3 places to the right. Now let's see what happens when we divide.